Okay.
Viserys has been studying his spell book this whole time.
Okay. That sounds like a good use of
Says-
your time.
It's depressed her a bit much, but it's very passable.
And so Rihanna makes sure that she gives Frik a few lessons on how to walk more like a woman. So I'm like, now follow me and do as I do.
Okay.
So-
We will
All right.
have him roll a performance or a deception when it comes time.
Lord.
I'll let you pick performance or deception.
With advantage, because I'll be with him and I'm such a good teacher.
Nope,
Good.
because he's an
You-
8-foot bugbear who was raised by dwarves.
And thank goodness the drunken master gives me a bip in performance.
All right, good. I'm going to
Deception
check
is
out
a
that link later.
-2.
Meanwhile, what is it? Michael actually adopts into an elven accent, not unlike Visarius's.
All right.
It's
Do you want
Sorry,
to say
Paul.
you dressed yourself like an elf or a half elf, maybe?
yeah, like a half elf.
Okay. In that case, with Reyna's disguise, hat of disguise, I'd say you guys are about as prepared to, walk the streets of Wildom as you can be.
We need
Shall we?
some theme music now.
I come from the land of the ice and snow for the one.
For some reason, Mission Impossible popped into my head.
I've been picturing the A-Team theme, but replacing you guys, of course.
That's probably more accurate because we are kind of a bunch of bumbling boot.
Yeah.
Are we prepared?
I think Reyna has definitely proven herself to be Hannibal, because he always did great disguises.
I'm face.
Yeah. Okay, I'll quit distracting.
Oh, pity the fool.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god, and you changed it into Fricka. I love it. Yes.
Yes.
You guys, I think we broke the DM.
Pretty dang close. I mean, I've been waiting here for over an hour while you guys debated going into town. So I was like, I'm not stopping anything. And I'm certainly not going to stop this makeover.
I mean, we solved the ultimate problem. What are we gonna do with Frik?
Yeah. That sounds like a movie title. What are we going to do with Frik?
Yeah. No, that's the name of the sequel.
That's the name of today's episode.
the Expendable Crew. What are we
What are we
gonna
going to do
with
about Frik? I'm writing it down.
God, are we allowed to have this much fun?
Yes.
Indubitably.
Or it was going to be Miss Frickfire. Oh.
I vote that for the title of today's show, Miss Fire.
Wow. Okay, let's
We'll
get
take a
something
vote
else.
later. Chat can vote while we actually play the game. I really
So-
lean towards what are we going to do about Frick chat.
Same.
But
I
okay.
agree. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody ready?
Oh, we got Miss T clipped. Thank you. Thank you. I want to
where's
see
this
that
coming
link.
from?
Over in chat, they've somebody has clipped
Oh.
this from Twitch. Share that on Twitter.
Y'all did see the picture that Jen put on.
It was
Discord.
beautiful.
That's exactly what you're going to look like, probably.
Let me bring that up. Let me see that.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, give me a minute and I'll drop it into the thing so that chat can see it. Give me just a minute, guys. No,
This is awesome.
continue without me, please.
Well, Viserys gets up and puts his book away.
And Michael is now talking in a very elven accent.
Okay.
Shoulders his longbow grabs up his quarterstaff and says, "Are we ready to depart?"
Yes, we are. Is everybody else?
Okay, Fricka, remember, you got to have a little bit of sway in the hips, but not too much, because then you'll start attracting attention, and we'll never get rid of the admirers then.
Wait, hold on.
All right.
One more thing. I'm going to find a couple of towels and just kind of ball them up and shove them in this, like, can you bend down?
Fricka has been
I
posted
already
to
did
the.
that. I had already.
Oh, did you do that? You stuffed his bra?
Yeah, I already stuffed. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm leaving this up for a little bit. I know you've already seen it in chat. I'm leaving it up anyway. I have Fricka added to the
that's
handouts.
awesome.
Hold on, they're a little uneven.
Yes,
I'm going to, like, adjust.
that's what you guys did.
Grapefruit. They always make the heft about the same.
Okay, so
Paul, we need something bigger than grapefruits, okay?
Cut a watermelon in half.
No, that leaves too much water. We have to explain it like as if she was lactating.
Work.
We could.
And to think, I wrote actual plot points I expected you guys to find at some stage. This is really just a makeover episode.
it's okay. Okay, before we go, what are we doing? Are we taking a poll in the street?
We're listening in. We're trying to see what and who is disgruntled, and if we can
And also,
do.
sorry, go ahead. I'll tell you in a minute.
And also, if we can do better inside of here, then I think we can from outside.
Okay, and because of all of your roles and your disguises, you're pretty confident that no one's going to identify you as, the same people that rumor says was walking around town. So, feel free to go anywhere in town. You're pretty confident. And if not, you all have pretty decent abilities to run if you think you're in too much trouble. Get the
Michael,
frick out of here.
Now you know why I picked his name to be that.
Thank you for your forethought.
Are you all going by different names?
And just mostly waiting for someone to be like, frick, and I'm like, hello.
Yes, when I put on my hat of disguise, I turn into looking like a rather youngish half-elf woman with dark hair.
And I don't think you ever actually gave Nikki your name.
No, I did not.
So at no point did you actually share your names with anyone in town. They just had descriptions.
Well, Michael did.
Yeah, and also at some point somebody could find out. What should we call you while we're out?
Oh.
What about Mila?
Yeah, Mila's better. Let's go with Mila.
That's a pretty name. Okay, Mila. Michael?
Give me a second. I need to get into character.
And to think there are people out there who think they can come in and break this game. I challenged people, if you want to be a guest star, you think you can break this, it's already broken.
The Sirius turns to Mila, Michael, who are both looking like half elves, and tells them, "Now you two are one step closer to perfection."
I just reach up and pat him on the side of the face and shake my head and call him a rather dirty name in Elvish.
You can call me Hadarai Alora.
What?
Darai Alora.
How about
Yes.
John? I can't pronounce that.
You don't have to. You just have to act like as if you were an underling.
Okay.
Just call him Randy.
The right attitude, my man.
One could say I was supposed to be born an elf.
But you weren't.
Nope. But for right now, I am one, so let's go.
Jesslyn, just call him Randy. It's easier.
Okay.
Why are we calling me Randy?
Because you chose a name. Nobody can speak.
Okay, we'll go with Randy then. Randy Aloro.
At least he didn't call himself Randy Shackleford.
Of dilly-dallying. I say,
So we go forth.
Am I doing this right, Rena? See, hips, side, side, hips, side, side. Look good?
Beautiful, darling. Beautiful. Just keep it up.
Oh.
Alright, hips, side, side, hips, side, side. Blow, kiss.
Can we make Frik do a performance role? I just want to.
That'll be when he's out in public. He can do whatever he wants right now.
Oh,
This is practice.
Yes.
Frik, darling,
Gotta walk the walk.
yes, but perhaps a few less kissy faces and a little less, just sort of, walk up right and straight and proud and just basically ignore anybody who tries to talk to you, okay?
Got it.
Pretty much follow me, like as if you're walking around like, well, Reyna. At which point, Michael apparently does an incredibly good reenactment of Reyna's entire hip sway.
And I would point out that when you see Reyna try to get what she wants out of someone, there's a lot of kissy faces involved.
Correct.
She bats her eyes, she pouts her lips. This is your role model, Frik.
Alright.
Yes,
This is
but,
going to be great.
but
I want you to
him
meet
to
people.
be a quiet girl.
Yeah, this is why Michael is using your normal everyday hip sway. And apparently he's been paying quite a lot of attention to that.
Apparently.
That is scarily good. Wow.
Learn from the best.
I guess I'm trying not to force you out the door, but I need this to take place in town.
Yeah, we're going now. We're going now.
We're on our way. If you need a montage, just go for it.
Oh. Yeah, Aspire to Write agrees. You people need to go out and meet the world. Oh. No, I agree, Aspire. This is fun. This is delightful. But just imagine what it's going to be like when Fricka is trying to talk to someone. So,
Can't we just pretend that the poor dear is mute?
no. Let her practice.
Okay. It's good enough.
oh.
oh, we leave.
Right. As we make our way into town, what do we see?
Well, you're going to start off in the south side of town. Well, South Skint. It's a pretty busy day. There's a lot of people walking around. Give me some perception rolls.
Got it.
More pretty trees.
Yeah, Jesslyn sees Frik. Or Fricka.
Yeah.
I know all I see.
And
all.
I see Fricka.
Yeah, you are concentrating on your walk.
Yes.
Reyna and Viserius, you definitely see, a wide variety of people. Some of them are, glancing at you, but they're going on about their day. Michael, are you looking for anyone in particular? I'll let you spot if you got a target you're looking for. I'll tell you what if you want to be more specific about it.
I'm trying to find something that looks like as if it's a small gathering of people who would be like resistance or people who just seem a little bit too lingering on those around them, like as if they're watching something while
Okay.
trying to disseminate something between themselves.
Well, there's various vendors and shops. I mean, there are people just going around doing business. You do spot a bar called the Copper Eel. But no, there's nobody standing on a street corner shouting obscenities about the king. Nothing that overt.
Yeah,
There also you don't see any guards, so you don't see anybody who's really that you would consider an authority figure that you need to worry about. That's what I'm going to say you've got with your natural 20 is you can spot the different where you can already tell exactly what each vendor is selling. There's nobody there's nobody to fear in this area. Although you did spot a few there are various shady people. You might want to make sure they don't come near you and check your pockets if they do, but
yeah, I'm going to point us towards the pub.
okay. Frik, go ahead, give me that performance roll.
You got it.
Fricka, sorry.
And with or without advantage.
Without advantage, this will just be straight performance.
All right, straight performance. Here we go. 10.
Fricka manages to put her feet in front of each other and walk, but people part around Fricka. Her hip sway is very exaggerated. I imagine she's actually blowing kisses to random people. There's some murmuring.
At one point, Brianna's going to sidle up next and say, "A little less obvious, darling. A little less obvious. There you go."
There is a whistle from out in the crowd. I can't actually whistle, so just pretend.
Aye.
Yeah. There's like, oh yeah.
Baby!
And then there's a couple, Mommy, what is that? Be
Eyes
polite,
off, she's
dear.
taken.
Be polite.
Yeah, Michael in his persona just goes, eyes off, she's taken.
And with that, a couple of people like, okay, whatever you're into, man.
I'll turn to the ones and say, "Better luck next time."
And somebody's like, I mean, hey, my cousin had his thing with a half ogre for a little while. I mean, I've seen weirder. So, do you guys make your way to the Copper Eel?
Yeah.
Okay. It is a bar that is closer to the docks. So there's a lot of sailors. They might be pirates, you don't know, but it's not as upscale as the Prancing Pony was. But it's got a few people in it. There's a couple of older guys sitting there. Obviously, they're more of the retired age and got nothing else to do but sit in the cheap bar and drink cheap ale. Actually, no, they are out front of the bar. They've been there so long that the bartender actually just brings them drinks once in a while. That's how established they are. That's their seats.
Okay, now, Fricka, if we play our cards right, you, darling, will drink for free.
I like that.
Oh my god, I love that voice.
Is there a performing stage within this place?
There's it's not so much a stage, but there is a spot where there's just like fewer tables, and behind the bar is I'm going to say you guys would recognize this person. This is one of as a half ogre. They are pretty rare, but they do happen. So he looks up, he eyes Fricka, but then he just shrugs. Whatever. What do you want?
My name is Randy Aloro, and I'm looking for a little bit of information.
I got beer.
You got a stage then?
He points to the spot where there's fewer tables. I got beer.
Alright. I'll play for my keep then.
And there are a few people, and he just shrugs. Do what you want, but I only take coin.
I understand. And
While he's doing this, I kind of nudge Fricka and kind of show her how to sit down ladylike.
And this half ogre, he starts, getting you drinks, and they're pretty big steins. So the beer might be cheap, but there's a lot of it.
Okay, I'll throw a gold coin on the bar top and say, just tell us when we run out of.
One question for you: which gold coin are you dropping on that table?
Ooh, good question.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna do the old king.
The old king. All right, a sec. His eyes go wide, mostly because it's gold. He takes it and he bites it, and he's eyeing you. He's testing this coin, and then he starts to really look at it. This ain't gonna go as far as you think it might.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't aware of that.
But he pops it into beneath the table or beneath the counter, and he hands you your beers.
So, those coins aren't worth gold around here?
It's worth gold, but I gotta have it reminted.
Oh, that sounds positively horrible.
That means I'm gonna get about 10 silver back for that one coin.
Oh, my apologies then.
Don't worry about it. The beer only costs 5 copper anyway. It's not the greatest. It's drinkable. There's nothing weird floating in it, but Frik can teach this guy a thing or three.
Yeah, I'll just kind of maybe just take a couple tastes of it, and I'm like, yeah, this is horrible stuff. I don't say that out loud, but I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
I look at Frik and I'm kind of nudge my glass closer to him, like, drink up.
Gladly.
And the half orc, he sees all this. He just shrugs. He don't care. He knows it's cheap.
So, what's the deal with this reminting of gold? Who would do something like that? That's kind of silly.
How long you been in town? It's what the king does. He does silly things. We pay for it.
Oh. So people aren't happy about how he does things around here?
He's eyeing you.
Can I look around and see if anybody seems to be listening in?
Not
Who's
really.
shopping?
And this is a sort of bar where people will mind their own business, right up until somebody gets thrown onto their table.
Right.
So he kind of eyes you. He's like, "You're new in town, aren't you?"
Oh, yes, fresh off the carriage.
You should have kept on going.
Not that bad, huh?
Wasn't ever great for me. Getting worse all the time.
Why don't people do something about it then?
Well, I'm okay. People, they got used to me, but they're the others. The guards got worse. You don't fight them, you live.
Well, that sounds like a pretty shitty situation.
Yeah. It was, I mean, like I said, I've always been on the cheap side of town. But now there's that ogre rage going around. That's making things even worse. Not to mention the fact Victor's children have been getting a little more active.
Victor's children? Who are they?
Oh, yeah, you really are new. And he grimaces. There's some half ogres. I mean, like he raised them to be his. Poor bastards. I mean, I don't even want to mess with those guys. And I grew up in an ogre camp. Not the bull ogres. And he just sort of shrugs and.
I reach into my pouch and I take out one of the new coins and I set it on the bar top, slide it towards him.
And he does this. He checks it all the way around again. He's like, "This is going to go a bit further, but I'm getting an echo from somebody. If somebody can just turn their sound down just a little bit. All right, that's better. Yeah, so, like, yeah, that's going to buy you more beer."
Have you got anything other than beer?
He thinks for a minute. "I'll give you what the old guys drink." And he goes to a second cask. He pulls from that. And it is a better quality of beer. It's not as good as what Frik and Adam were brewing, but it's passable. You'll drink this one. You won't slide this one aside.
Okay, good enough. One for my little silver-haired friend here as well, please. And Fricka, would you like some of this?
Certainly.
Okay, if we could get 3, thank you.
Yeah, he pours them all, and they're still in the giant one. So, Jesslyn, this is a big glass for you.
Probably. I will very carefully sip. I don't want to be rude.
Yeah. Michael, yeah, your performance is going over okay. You might get a few tips after enough playing. But,
Yeah, I'm just
this is
warm.
you know. I'm going to say that, you know, if you play for about 10 minutes or so, a few people might start to come in from the music. The old guys even kind of poke their head in.
Yeah, I'll let that sort of build up for a little bit, and then after the end of that 10 minutes, I'm going to start trying to look into what sort of songs sort of let me see which way the entirety of the crowd is going from a very subtle perspective.
Yeah.
Like with the king or against the king.
Yeah. Well, as far as your bartender is concerned, your bill is paid up for at least a week.
Good to know.
Sarius takes a sip of his beer, sit on the floor, gets up and goes to the bartender. "Would you have any fine wine?"
He just kind of stares at you. "Elf, you're in the wrong bar." But he pulls out a bottle of something.
"How much would that cost me?"
She already paid up. You can have it.
Sure. I'll grab the bottle and go back to the table.
Okay. Roll me a Constitution check when you take your first drink.
He's kind of an uppity little fuck, isn't he, Fricka?
Something must be bothering her ass. I wonder.
Okay, this is technically wine, but this is some pretty hard wine. It's not exactly. It's the sort of wine dwarves would serve for their meal. Like there's dwarvish whiskey, which will knock you out. This is somewhere between dwarven whiskey and dwarven ale. So
It's rather hearty.
and the bartender comes back over to you. Look, you want to know about town? I tell you about town. It's a bad place. Get out while you can. If you're just traveling, they might still let you out, but they don't let the citizens out. Not unless you can buy a pass, and most people can't afford a pass.
They don't let you out?
Can't have a kingdom with citizens.
They're keeping here against your will.
Oh no, they just don't let you leave.
Same.
Isn't that the very definition?
He's kind of like thinking about it. Yeah, maybe.
Even me.
Poor
So is
people
there
ain't got nowhere to go.
Why do people put up with this? I mean, tell me more about this Victor and his children. I mean, what is it about them that's so scary, I guess?
He leans in. How many half ogres you ever met besides me?
Oh, a couple.
Are they nice?
Oh, horribly, horribly not nice.
Exactly. He's like, me, I ain't much on hauling heavy stuff for people. They let me run the bar. It does okay. People don't cause fights when I'm behind the bar. Unless they're on rage.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, what is it that Victor has his children do?
Kill people. Smash them.
What for?
He likes to see people get smashed. They like to smash people.
He sounds like a horrible, horrible person.
Have you ever met Victor?
No.
Me either, but he doesn't sound like a good guy.
I'm surprised people haven't taken care of this little problem. I mean,
He don't come out
you know,
unless he's with his children.
way out. Oh, he goes out with his children.
Best bodyguards he can find. The other guards don't want to protect him. They're scared of him. Don't think they trust him either. Heard he makes them cut out their own tongues.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. But the captain don't do nothing about him. So,
The captain.
yeah, there's a captain of the guards.
Okay. Well, what about the king? I mean, can't the king rein this madman in?
I think he finds them amusing, honestly.
Oh. Well, that definitely sounds like a bad thing.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to say ever since Get Out of Town. There ain't nothing good here, alright? This place is rotten from the inside.
Got it. Well, I won't bother you any longer. I'll keep you from your duties. And what was your name, kind sir?
Yeah, just call me Grog. It's easy enough.
All right, Grog. I'm forever in your debt. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you paid up for a while, and he looks at, the sparse people. I ain't doing nothing. And
All right.
The older guys come in, and they sit down at the bar. They were drawn in from the music. He pulls them some of the good stuff.
So I'll turn to Fricka and kind of like quietly try to whisper to him, like, so I think one of our first things is to maybe find a way to get the guards to clash with Victor. Apparently they don't like him and they don't trust him. So I think that might be one of our steps, don't you?
Sounds good.
Okay. We'll talk more when we get home. For now, drink up, dear.
Not a problem.
And Grog is giving you, and I do apologize for that name. Grog is, he's eyeing Fricka a little bit more. He's sort of talking to the older guys, though. And And then you hear somebody scream in rage from the bar. So everyone give me a perception check. Raina, you're looking around for the echo. Everybody else, you see this guy just... Okay, Jesslyn, you cower apparently when you hear the scream. You two, it echoes in your ears. You're looking around. But everybody else, you just see this... There was two guys sitting at a table. All of a sudden, one of them just screams and flips the table. You son of a bitch! You think I'm going to take this from you? And especially Michael, you're closer, so you see this. And I'm really getting into character there. Spitting. You see this guy's veins seem to be popping out all over him. It looks like he's starting to swell without actually growing. And then you start hearing... You can hear things popping inside of him. And the guy that was sitting with him looks outright terrified as this man is just storming out after him. And yeah, he just grabs him by the shirt, picks him up by his clothes, and is slamming him into the wall, screaming at him. And at this point, there's no real sense to that scream. It's completely incomprehensible.
Oi, get off of him.
He doesn't hear you.
Would I know what he's becoming?
I will say...
Anyway?
What roles do you want to use to try to figure out what's happening to this man?
Kana.
Okay, give me an Arcana. I'll let everybody else give an appropriate roll also. Okay, you know that this whatever is happening to him, there's nothing magical about this. This looks to be incredibly, physical changes. Raina and Jesslyn, I'm going to say especially Jesslyn, I'm not sure, you have like some medical... Okay, yeah, you rolled nature, so you would notice this is like the reaction somebody might have to a badly brewed potion. It looks like, he has some manner of infection, but you can't really be sure what because, well, he's currently trying to put his former friend through the wall as if he were a nail, only he's using him as a hammer, actually.
Yeah.
Grog runs over, grabs, a weapon, and he's getting ready to go and deal with this fight.
Michael's going to use vicious mockery. Hey, you walking zit, stop.
All right, what kind of roll is that?
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let me pull up a d20 and roll. All right, yeah, he does... Let me grab a paper so I can keep track of this guy, because he's...
At this point, Rihanna will take Jesslyn by the hand and kind of draw her back as far away from where this is happening from, and kind of give Frik a look like, join us, we don't want to get involved in this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's a good thing you called it, because she was ready to go in.
Yeah, I figured that probably would be more cover, so I'm kind of like...
Yeah, so, smart move.
Okay, so you say this to him, and he stops pounding this guy in. Even Grog has paused because he doesn't know what he's doing. He drops him, turns to you, and through foaming mouth says, "What did you just say, you little halfling?" And he's storming at you now, Michael.
Yeah, Michael's drawing up his shield as he says this. I said, you walking zit, put him down.
Okay, I want to do something. I just realized I was muted. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to talk. Like, why is everybody ignoring me? I was muted. I'd like to, like, whenever he starts storming at Michael, I kind of want to run over. Can I run over and try to get my hand on this guy and try a lesser restoration on him?
I'm going to say that, yeah, you could do this. Wait, what was your first roll for the perception? That one was low, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, the guy's loud. I can't imagine that I'm not seeing this.
All right. Yeah, I'll let you go over and try to do a restoration on him.
Okay. I just kind of like go behind him.
Yeah,
while he's
this was,
distracted. Just kind of grab him.
Yeah, sure. Is that's just a flat out spell, right?
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sorry, it's been a little while on that. This is something that I homebrewed, so. Okay, yeah, you can take care of poison. Yeah, you lay your hands on him while his back is turned, and he doesn't physically shrink, but he does seem to wilt and falls down. He's unconscious, actually. Grog looks at him, looks at you, back and forth. Miss, you can drink here any time. And he picks the guy up and he carries him outside.
You go, girl.
Wow, you totally disarmed that whole scenario.
I bet it doesn't normally do that.
Yeah, the older guys are like going and they're checking on the one who was being pounded against the wall.
We'll go check out that guy as well.
Sirius is going to go follow Grog outside, and he wants to inspect the guy.
Well,
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
okay, I'll let you guys. We're going to deal with the inside first. The man, it was all, just constantly slamming against the wall, so he's pretty bruised, he's pretty banged up, he's not dead, but he ain't happy. But
I could just kneel down next to him and heal him if I could.
okay. So, yeah, he was unconscious, and he just like, oh. And he's looking at all of you.
Welcome
Is this
back to
heaven
the
or
land
hell?
of the living. Well, depends.
Yeah, even the old men are like, yeah, you're in the first level of hell. You were already here, though. And they help him up. And, like, how? What? Well, we were sort of going to ask you the same thing. Like, I don't know. He just said he picked up this stuff, and I don't know. He's never done that before.
What stuff?
He called it rage, and he said it was gonna be our ticket out of here, and then he drank it. And the old men are like, that damn fool. He should know better.
Even Michael just kind of looks at him, looks at him, and just goes, he called it rage and drank it right here in the middle of everything while saying it was going to be their way out of here.
Yeah, it was a small vial. I mean, so it was something that, I mean, like, I assume potion vials are kind of small. It would have been about like that. So, yeah, that's all going on. We're going to flip over to the outside. Who went outside to watch Grog throw this guy out?
Did.
Okay. Rihanna, I think you went too?
Yes, it did.
Okay. So, yeah, he basically goes and he's ready to he's walking towards the dock. He's ready to toss this guy into the harbor.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on, Grog. Oh, hold on.
What? He broke the rules is what happens when you break the rules in our bar. And he's getting ready to toss him out. Like reaching back to chunk him.
I step in front, put my hand on his chest, and say, "Please, Grog, don't do that. Obviously, this man has been made sick by something. We'd like to figure out what it is."
If he didn't know what he was getting into, he deserves it. But he just drops him and walks on back to the bar. You paid up, you can have them.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
And this guy is just unconscious.
So I'm gonna do, I guess, like a medicine check.
Sure, give me a roll. Okay, I'm gonna say like you open up his eye, it's dilated, even after having that restoration, this guy looks like he just finished a week-long bender. And again, like he was hitting the hard stuff.
I'm gonna check his person, see if I can find anything on him.
Yeah, I'll take a perception roll. He's a poor peasant. He has a knife. It's not even like what you would call a proper dagger. This is a utility knife. There's probably a few not even gold coins. He might have a couple of copper coins left on him, but he's just a dirty peasant human.
I'll leave the coins on him, and I'll even slip him a couple of gold pieces into.
Okay.
I'll try to do it without.
Yeah, we'll say that while you're
Mhm.
going through that, I won't make you try to do a sleight of hand for that particular one. Most people, they're just walking around you like it doesn't seem to be the strangest thing to them, unfortunately. Somebody pass out in the street is not drawing. Fricka drew more attention than this.
Well, that's because she's so lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, fabulous Fricka.
So I mean, do you want to just leave them there to sleep it off?
Oh. And maybe we
Help.
need to pop him up against the building.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, give me a hand. We'll take him over and set him up somewhere out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, that's no trouble. You guys are able to prop him up in one of the chairs that was vacated by the bar.
And I guess the people walking by, I guess I'll try to ask somebody if they know who this person is.
All right, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll to see if anybody wants to talk to you. Okay, it's like, oh, you finally find somebody. Jeffrey, I mean, yeah, he's around. What's the point?
Well, apparently he took something and it made him quite ill and he attacked people.
Sorry, I was reading Jesslyn's. They didn't know her. She just, she just flagged them down.
I know, she's being sarcastic.
Yeah. Okay, so,
As we're dragging him back, I'm looking around for any kind of like potion bottle.
no, there's nothing in
Contained
it. There was
powder.
nothing in his hands. You just assume that maybe he, it might be underneath that table he threw. Jeffrey fighting people. I mean, he gets into the occasional bar brawl. Looks like this time he got his ass kicked. What's your point?
Yeah.
He fights.
And I lean in close and I whisper, somebody said something about something called rage. Do you know about this?
I mean, he doesn't have that much of a temper. I mean, he mostly fights in like the after hours pits. He gets beaten sometimes.
I see. After hours pits, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm new to town. I don't know anything about that stuff.
And they just sort of, this is a guy, he kind of eyes you. Yeah, I don't think the pits are really your thing. And he just wanders off.
Thank you.
Okay, so what about you guys back inside the bar?
Yeah, Michael's trying to figure out where notable rage dealers are from those people who know about it, because that stuff's actually quite dangerous.
All right, so is this the question you're asking the people in the bar?
Yeah, those people that were pretty much like
Okay.
look like they might be a way of getting that information.
Yeah, the older guys that were helping the friend up, we're just gonna let me try to think of a name off the top of my head. I am not Matt Mercer. This is harder for me. Oh, Matt. Matt. They're talking to poor Matt. Getting him up on the bar. One of them walks behind and pulls, a flagon of the good stuff, and it's like, it's not really something people are dealing. We don't know. It just gets out.
Those are the most relevant places that it gets out to.
Wherever people are fighting, apparently.
Where's the nearest pit then?
You're going to need to go down to the Punk District, but they don't open up while the sun's still up. Look, this is kind of new, even around here. It's kind of like somebody made a horrible brewing mistake and just let it get out. You know what I mean? It's a poison, and somebody just lets it get out. It makes you stronger. Fighters like that.
It seems almost like it's been targeted into the area, wouldn't you say?
Wouldn't surprise me, but then again, if people think they can sell something and make it gold, they do it.
Yeah.
I've seen some people do some pretty weird stuff for gold. And then he's sort of looking over at Fricka. Maybe not that weird. But people fight. People want an advantage in their fights.
All right, people want an advantage in their fights. All right, yeah. So, all right, where's the nearest punk district then when it's gonna open up?
Well, the Punk District it's on it's on the far side from the middle district. You know, like the further away from town you get, and it's the sort of place that gets more active at night. He'll tell you that's really going to be the sort of place where I'm trying to think. The Rat Men would have been well known in the Punk District, if that gives you an idea.
Oh,
This is the underground. I mean, it's called the Punk District because if you get stabbed in the middle of a crowd, the crowd just parts around you, and then they wait for the blood to cool and take your stuff.
oh, we're definitely going there. What do you say, Jizzlin?
Yeah, I figure everybody has gotten back into the bar. So if y'all, I mean, anything else you want to know?
All right, that's well, with my ability to sort of smooze that information, I'm just gonna wander back over to the others and tell them.
So it turns out there's some fighting pits apparently, and that poor sot was one who thought he was going to use that stuff to give himself an advantage.
He was trying to use it in order to get out as well. Looks like the nearest punk district is going to be about where the other thing that we did happened a while back.
Well, no, the Punk District, it's not several places. It's just one area.
Yeah.
It's slang for the bad side of town. And while you're in the bad side of town, this is the worst side of town. The Rat Men, you found them, in an underground tunnel. But this is where they would go to sell their wares and make their deals.
So, yeah, that's correct what I just said to that.
Yeah.
And looks like we might need to do some searching there. 'Cause I don't
Oh, I see. However, if you look at the way we are all presently configured, I don't think we'll fit in there very well. We're going to have to make some modifications to some people's appearance, I think, or we'll draw too much attention to ourselves.
Yeah, and Grog is, walking back behind the bar. He overhears this. He's like, yeah, you're going to want to, and he looks especially at Jeslyn and then kind of looks over at Fricka. You may not want to bring the pretty ones.
I'm not included in that group. I'm a little insulted.
Well, you did.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I was trying to think. She's shorter than you, so.
You mean the little frail things?
Yes.
But Frick is not frail. But whatever. Sure.
I think he's trying to point out on how odd my girlfriend is.
That is true.
Hey, so look, I don't judge.
No, I'm not saying anything either. But yeah, let's go get ourselves rightly acquainted. And I don't know why I've suddenly chopped that accent.
I was kind of like,
I know, you're like the strangest elf ever.
Grog doesn't really seem to notice because after all, he didn't really talk to you that much, and he just had all this other distraction, so you're okay for nobody's paying that much attention. They're mostly making sure Matt was okay, and you resolved it quick enough that there's they're grateful to Jeslyn because the older guys have actually come up and personally thanked her for stopping it before anything happened.
Oh. I'm just glad I was able to help.
Well, Miss, if you hadn't been here, this would have been bad. The guards would have been here before long. Even they can't ignore something like that.
Well, then I guess we're fortunate.
Yes, we are. We can't thank you enough.
There was nothing.
No, you stopped him cold in his tracks. I don't even know how you did that.
I'm going like so pink, like.
Yeah, but they're basically telling you they've seen people on that stuff fight 10 guys without breaking a sweat. You put him down just by laying your hands on him. Like, they didn't really recognize what you did. They just know that you walked up, touched him, and he collapsed.
Like a Vulcan pinch could have looked like to their eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what else could you kind of tell us about these fighting pits and what we might want to know before we go in there? Because this whole rage thing has me a bit concerned.
Who exactly are you asking this question to?
Well, I walked over to where Jessalyn was at, and these older guys were talking about that. I'm kind of like, what do you know about it? What can you tell us?
So they look at you and like, well, miss, people like to bet on things, and some people don't mind hurting each other for money. So, I mean, I'm sure even a pretty thing like you can figure out how those two connect.
Yes, I do know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
But you said, where do they get this stuff?
We don't know. It started popping up, a little bit about a month ago, but it's pretty. I mean, I've never actually seen it happen before. I've heard stories that are a lot worse than this.
Well, what was going on about a month ago that would be notable when this began? Was there anything happening that would coincide with it?
And he starts thinking, no worse than usual, which has been pretty bad lately. I mean, some prisoners broke out from some guards, and that was the first time anybody really remembered seeing ogre rage hit like this, and that's just sort of the name that stuck because they were fighting like they were ogres. And then he stops and thinks, I guess more and more people keep seeing dead ogres around town, but they weren't exactly unheard of in the area, but ogres, with the exception of like Grog over there, those bull ogres, they'll fight anything that moves. I've seen them fight things that didn't move. Like
Wait.
What?
Vess, didn't you say that there was a lot of dead ogres coming into town?
And he was like, you saying we got zombie ogres? Oh, damn.
Undead ogres. Fantastic.
I didn't see anything.
Oh, we're screwed. And he's like, Grog, we're going to have to I don't know if we'll be able to keep going. I mean, if there's zombie ogres, we're doing what we can.
I was just being sort of flippant there. I didn't really mean it literally.
So there isn't a pack of undead ogres coming to town. He's confused now.
I'm aware of. Well, Viserius is the one who said something about seeing dead ogres,
So he turns to you, Viserius. So you saw dead ogres coming into town.
Well, he was the one coming into town. Wow, I need to stop that now.
It's awesome.
So who saw the zombie ogres, damn it?
There were no zombie ogres.
I don't believe they were zombies. They were just dead.
Okay. Dead ogres.
As he was coming into town, and I put my hand on Viserius' shoulder, he saw dead ogres all over the place. not dead ogres coming into town themselves.
Oh, that's good. Grog, pour me the good
May
stuff.
have been removed.
Good Lord, that man's not very bright.
This guy, he takes a pull from that same bottle that, knocked Viserius for a loop. Don't scare me like that. Normal zombies are bad enough.
Viserius, their hearts were missing?
They had several parts of their anatomy removed.
Grog sort of looks up at that. Could you be more specific? Did you get out and actually look, or did you just see them torn to pieces? And I'm going to say that, I mean, if you want to give me a roll to say that you went out and checked, or if you just want to say, there's a pack of dead ogres over there.
I'll go out and check with his curiosity.
Okay, give me whatever you feel is the appropriate roll. Medicine and nature or perception will also work. Okay, yeah, they were pretty beaten down. So you just saw, and again, these are ogres. They have been known to, punch statues if they thought that they were giving them an odd look. So whatever took them down was probably going to have to be pretty brutal about it. So you just know there was some extra blood.
I turn and give Michael a look and kind of lean into him and whisper to him, like, this sounds like something Victor would do.
I was just thinking that.
I think we need to leave.
Yeah, we'll see you guys around.
You guys are welcome back anytime.
Thanks.
We won't take it personally if you don't.
You kidding me? I did pretty well here. I'll be coming back.
And they're looking at Matt, who, despite being healed, is still pretty shooken up. Yeah. We run the place, and we wonder why we come back each day.
And perhaps it's time to find a new line of work.
Can't afford nothing else. Everything we ever had went into this.
Well, good luck.
Same to you.
Later.
Take care.
Mm.
Let's go head for this punk district.
Yeah, let's get outside. Guys, we really need to change some appearances because Viserius, he's going to stick out like a sore thumb there.
All right, as you leave, the one, I forgot what I named him, that you saw, that you propped up, he's now lying on the ground. His coin purse is clearly missing.
Crap, we shouldn't have left him there.
No, you shouldn't have.
You guys left him in the middle of the...
No, they propped him up by the bar in a chair, but he was clearly unconscious, and now he's robbed.
Can I go over and see if I can wake him up?
Sure,
I'm gonna pat his face. Hello, wake up.
just give me a flat D20 and let's see. He starts to mumble and twitches a little bit.
Sir, come on, wake up.
I'll walk up and I'll slap him across the face.
That one gets his attention a little better. I'll say that one was enough to wake him up. Like, what? What? Did I lose?
Lose what?
Did I lose the fight? The purse was still pretty good. That's what? That's half the purse. That's 3 gold, right? And he's bleary-eyed looking at you all. Where's my money?
Where's my money?
You weren't in a fight. You started a fight in this tavern.
He looks at the wall. Ah. Okay, that means there's no purse. That was a waste.
Well, you're lucky you weren't tossed into the water and drowned. We actually convinced Grog not to do that to you.
Ah, well, thanks. Let me buy you a drink. And he attempts to walk. He's going to try to stand, but his
I'm
legs
going to
are
put you
jelly.
right down in the chair.
Oh, he
Yeah,
never
Michael's
even got
gonna
off the
suffer with
ground.
that.
So, what exactly were you on, sir?
I had some ale. It's the cheap stuff too. What did that guy put in my ale? He's ready to pass out.
Apparently, something called rage.
Guys, don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let him pass out.
No, he's
Insight
a
check.
little more alert now. He's like, don't know nothing about it.
Apparently,
Insight check.
Go ahead, give me a roll. He's lying.
you don't know anything about it.
Sorry, I'm
You're
getting an
good.
echo from somebody.
Yeah, someone said that open mic. You don't know anything about it, but apparently you took a vial yourself right before you attacked him.
And he's like, his eyes are getting wide. I fight clean. Don't touch that stuff. No better.
I lean down and I get in his face and very quietly say, I know you're lying. You're going to tell me where you got it from, and I will let you live.
Give me an intimidation with advantage.
My eyes go really big. I'm looking at Rena like, oh shit.
Yeah, you already had him on the ropes, so he's like, look, I mean, somebody said, slipped it to me, said if I could handle this, I'd be unstoppable.
And you were planning to use that to get out as well, weren't you?
You know how much money somebody can make if they can win 5 fights in a row? I might be able to buy a pass and get out of here. Or I could just bribe the guard to look the other way altogether. I mean, I could have taken on some of those champion guys, not the scrubs like me. I have heard people can go toe to toe with Victor's children if they can really handle this stuff.
Where did this person give this to you at? Where were you? What happened? What, was it at the pits?
Yeah, I lost my fight last night, and somebody he just kind of slipped up to me, and he told me, you know, hey, pay me back after you win your fight. I was going to use it tonight, and I decided, you know, I better test it out and, you know, make sure I could handle it, because you know, sometimes people can't handle their stuff.
You can handle it.
You can't handle it.
You definitely can't handle this, son.
Hey, I woke up, didn't I?
Because we kept you from being tossed in the bay.
Okay, good point.
And because my little friend here, she cured you from the effects.
Hey, so he's looking at Jesslyn. So wait, you can stop that? Hey, if I can get some more, I can win the fight, and then you can stop me from going overboard.
Don't even.
I'll
don't.
split the money with you.
No. At this point, I've slipped a dagger out of my belt, and I'm just kind of sticking it to his chin. No.
Okay, all right.
You're going to tell me what this person looked like who gave it to you.
I was still kind of beaten up. I only had like one. My eye was still swollen. All right. I didn't see anything. He just slipped it into my
short,
hand.
fat, skinny, dark, light.
It was in the fighting pit. Everything's dark in the pit, except for, you know, there's enough light to see who you're fighting. I wasn't fighting him. He just slipped it into my hand. He had a bony hand.
So you
All right, look, 25-70 split. Your favor.
You accepted a vial from someone that you don't know, you couldn't properly see, and you just drank it without even considering the repercussions of it? Are you that stupid?
Jesselyn, I think you hit it right on the head.
Yeah, he's really sitting there considering your words. Yes.
You know how lucky you are that you're sitting here right now.
He starts and thinks, yes. This was clearly a question from him. I'm very lucky.
Yes, you are. And this is what you're going to do. You're not going to go back down there and do that. And you're not going to take that stuff anymore. And I stick 3 gold pieces in his hand and say, now go home and sleep.
Ask him, how much would it cost for a pass to get out of this?
I mean, the merchants can really afford them. They usually, they're usually coming back anyway, so they don't have to pay as much. I mean, if I find the right guard on the right day, 10 gold might make him look the other way. And he's looking at that gold in his hand, and there's a light in his eye. Give me some insight checks, guys.
You know how much more of that stuff you can buy.
Yeah, that's pretty much what was going through his head. Yeah, y'all see that junkie connection already. He's like, yeah, sleep.
Yeah, I bend over and put my
everything got
his
jumbled.
chin. Okay, sorry. I said, when I see that look in his eye, and I know that's what he's thinking, I bend over again, stick my dagger back to his chin, and I say, if I see you anywhere near the pits, I will slit your throat and take that money back. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Now get out of here and don't you dare buy any more of that shit.
And pray to Grundle we don't find you again doing that.
Technically, I never bought it the first time.
Yeah, well, don't you go looking for it, or next time I will be the one throwing you in the bay.
He still, his knees aren't that good, but he's a little more stable. He's able to kind of crab crawl away from you, and you see him. Once he can, he scurries around a corner.
Son of a bitch.
Well, now
Yeah.
what?
Sorry, Jen, that was all echoey.
I said, well, now what?
Well, it's I'd say about late afternoon. So I mean, you could spend a couple of hours, waiting for proper night, or you can go ahead and start checking out the Punk District. It's not exactly like it closes. It's just these aren't peak hours, but there's always something going on in this part of town.
So do we need to do some more modification of appearances before we go?
Yeah, I would say that we do that.
Okay, well, I suppose we can work our magic on both Jessel and Vasarius. Probably makes out of place.
Yeah, just get us into an alleyway. That way I can get into my disguise kit because it's
What's wrong with my clothing?
I've got
I'm
costumes
tired.
for you. I've got costumes.
Very ostentatious.
Yeah, those would have been your performing costumes. They are not going to detract from anything.
I've got stuff that will work.
All right, so yeah, sure, y'all can find a quiet spot to try to make them up. And if it's two of you working together, I'll give me a roll at advantage.
Is this son Vasarius?
Yes, if that's.
Yeah, I'll start with Vasarius. Ooh,
Oh.
nice roll.
Good grief, guys. Yeah. Tell me what Vasarius looks like now. With a roll like that, you can probably make him look like a half-orc.
That's exactly what I
Put
do.
up a finger and say, I will not be turned into a woman.
Okay, and they say, we promise you will be a man. You
It would be an insult to all women if we made you look like a woman.
So you guys
No,
actually make him look like a very scrawny half-orc. Like the runt of the litter. But he's a male scrawny orc.
Yep. And now let's do it to Jocelyn.
Would you like me to do it, or are you going to handle it?
Oh, God.
It was at advantage.
So it's a 10.
Jeslyn still looks. You were human, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so you're running a little bit lower on your supplies at this time. So she still has silvery hair and bright eyes, but now she's got pock marks like she survived the disease.
Shoot.
No, sorry, I'm taking that first roll.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm kind of like, maybe we should.
I mean,
Maybe we
hey,
should.
you know people
Would I
don't
have
want
anything in
to.
my kit to where I could try to make her ears look a little pointy so she looks a little more like a half elf like me?
Yeah, you can make her into a pock-ridden half elf.
Or just put a cloak on me with the hood up.
Oh, that too, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll just do something like that.
I mean, look at it this way: nobody really wants to get around people that are still pock scarred. I mean, they'll avoid her if they see that.
I'll try walking with a hunch, like crippled.
Yeah.
Fricka,
Yes.
come here for a moment.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's like it's gotten to the point he's gone too long in this. Now it's going to be difficult getting the snap out of it.
So we're gonna make
warning now.
Yeah, Raina, you take the lead on this one. I'm going to work with you.
Yeah, okay. Let's first of all, let's just get rid of this ridiculous looking dress.
Hey.
Okay, that was pretty good. I'll let you change Frick how you want to. I wanted him to say Fricka. I really wanted.
Well, I'm just gonna make the clothing a little less ostentatious. I'll find like an old, maybe some old tarp material or something really dirty and tacky looking, and try to make like kind of a skirt type thing out of that, so he looks like just a really poor female bugbear.
So he is no longer Fricka on the town, and he's Fricka on Laundry Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, thank you. I'll allow that. Oh,
So now, Fricka, sorry. Now you can just walk like your normal walk because everybody will believe it.
Okay.
okay. Yeah, you are ready to go out into the town again.
Let's head for this punk.
All right,
Let's do it.
Fricka, give me another performance check.
You gotta I imagine it's gonna take a while for him to unlearn what he had ingrained in his head.
Yeah.
The exact same number.
Yes. Fricka is attempting to fashion model walk down the street.
While also trying to snap out of it.
Yes.
So there's occasional the hip side to side that's followed like
Yeah. Yes.
If anyone asks, I'll just say that he's got some sort of weird, twitchy, epileptic kind of thing going on.
And someone leans in, how much for the big one? I like them with a little extra meat on their bones. And you're not sure if he means which way he means that.
I didn't even hear that. You cut out on me.
He's like, how much for the big one? I like them with a little extra meat on their bones.
I give him a look and I arch an eyebrow and I'm like, scram, you little rat.
And he backs off and disappears into the crowd. And yeah, y'all are able to make it into what you assume to be the punk district. Clothes get a little darker, eyes a little bit more narrowed and shifty looking. And the people who are, dealing in contraband or dangerous items are a lot less, subtle about it. There's somebody who's like, wait, you looking for daggers? I got daggers. You need something to put on those daggers? I got that too.
Looking around for people that are selling anything in a potion vial.
All right, give me a perception roll. Okay, yeah, you definitely spot two or three people who like one of them's actually got like a. It looks like a portable booth, like he can just pick it up and move it when he needs to, or collapse it down. But he's got a sign that he's selling bottled things.
I point him out to the rest of the group. We start with that one.
Okay, but I don't think they'll be selling it outright in the open. But go on. Go ahead and go check.
I don't doubt anything in this kind of area.
So
You're
who
right.
wants
I
to
forget.
talk?
So, Michael starts to head over that way with the rest of everybody else. If they're
Okay.
willing to go.
I just kind of I just tell Jesselyn, I say, you stay close to either Frik or I.
Okay. I'm gonna like keep my head down, hunch over, and limp.
Fricka, make sure nothing happens to her, okay?
And,
Yeah, my word.
Fricka, you feel a hand trying to find a pocket on you.
All right.
This guy rolled so low, I'm going to say you spot him. He
All
knows.
right, I
he's
just go
spotted.
without even looking. I guess by pure instincts, I go in with the elbow strike. All
All right, give me an attack roll.
right. All right, rolled an 11.
Okay, let me just double check somebody's. Yeah, that was you clocked this guy in the head, and he takes a tumble. He gets up, just kind of gives you like, all right, and runs off. Not ashamed of his attempt, maybe just mad he got caught.
I just love the formula is so perfect. It's like, so watch out for her. Certainly. Boom.
Yes,
Oh,
that was great timing.
Look at the guy like amateur.
All right, so you all stroll over. I'm correct me if this isn't how you do it, but I'm sort of picturing a right stuff posse walking over to this vendor.
I mean, that's what I would love to see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he
oh,
looks
hell yeah.
up. He kind of
sounds
scans you
perfect.
all. Then he looks up at Fricka. What you looking
And?
for?
What you see?
Do believe I'm looking for a potion that's all the rage these days.
He kind of narrows his eyes a little bit. Okay. I mean, and he pulls out a couple of vials. Well, depending on what you're into, some people like to be a little different, throughout the day. We got these alteration potions here.
Do you have something that would cure my ailment?
He kind of backs up from you. Yeah, you're gonna need a cleric for that, honey.
The potion that I'm looking for is everyone's mad for it.
And he's looking at you. I'm gonna need to see your coin first.
From the old king.
Sorry, you hand him an old coin. How much do you hand him?
I had him like 10 gold pieces.
10 gold. He doesn't really even look at what type it is. He's just looking for gold. Double checks a couple, make sure that they're real. You get the idea that forgery is pretty common for these guys, so they're double checking. Like, not even shaved. It's like, all right. He hands you 3 vials. They are they're murky but clear. I'm going to let, again, anybody who thinks they can identify potions, alchemy would be your best bet, but I will accept other rolls if they're appropriate. An intelligence roll if nothing else.
Would having proficiency with a poisoner kit give me any sort of a?
I'll let you add. I'll let you double your proficiency for that one.
What do we roll? Arcana?
I I'm going to say Arcana isn't going to be the strongest for identifying an alchemic potion.
So at my proficiency is 2 on that. Oh no, wait, sorry.
We'll call that a 17. We're going to say. Sorry, I keep getting the echo. Yeah, you've never seen a potion quite like this. This is new to you.
Chris just waves a hand over the bottles.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll just sniff it. Does it smell like anything that I would recognize?
Just a sec. I'm just double checking identify because it's been a while since I've used it. It's going to take you. It'll take you a full minute to cast that spell. So you're working on identifying one. You sniff it. This is some pretty rancid stuff. I mean, it makes your eyes roll back in your head when you take a whiff. And the guy's over there like, what, you don't trust me? You come to me? This is good stuff, all right? If you can handle it. I am not responsible.
This turns out not to be what you say it is.
What you
I will come back.
You're going to come back? You think I'm going to be here tomorrow? I'm going to be somewhere else tomorrow.
No, it's just the last time that we got some, I was the one that was used as the pit fighter, and I was the one that got burned out on it.
He's looking at you. All right, you're stronger than I thought. I mean, you're still here. And he's like checking your eyes and waving his hands like, man, I ain't never seen anybody who's this clean afterwards. Dude, you must be pretty tough.
Yeah, well, I did a lot of things beforehand that I'm not too proud of, but at least it shored me up against that shit.
Dude, you're over here having a conversation after you took a hit of rage? Man, I mean, the first time I saw somebody who didn't... There was a guy who just fell over dead after coughing up his own blood. You're not even trying to kill these guys. And that little girl with the... Dude... He wants to shake your hand.
I do so.
He's like, man, you come to me. I will hook you up. If you can handle this stuff, you can run that pit. I'll be your supplier, man. He hands out an extra vial for you.
I take that, and I just pretty much go, so, think you might be able to introduce me to some of your friends as well?
Hey, I'm the only friend you're going to need, man. I promise you. You don't want to touch that stuff from the other people. Some of them cut it. You don't get nearly as much, and it tastes even worse.
You do this yourself?
Oh, no, but I know where to get it from, and don't worry, my supplier is pure. I don't go second hand.
Hey, good sir.
He's still shaking my hand, right?
Oh no, he had to stop so he can hand you another vial, but...
All right,
I mean, he just sees
lay-
this half elf who, is claiming that he, got burned on this stuff and is still here.
Yeah, I lay my hand right on his shoulder and I look into his eyes and I go, I really need to make sure that who you're getting from is not going to end up doing to me what the last batch did.
Give me an intimidation. He's like, look, man, I don't know what that last stuff did to you. Either it didn't work or it worked a little too well, but you're okay, so I don't see the problem.
I squeeze his shoulder just a little bit tighter.
Look, man, I promise you, if this stuff don't work, you probably weren't going to survive to complain anyway, so I don't see the problem. All right, I tell you, you take that, you're going to win tonight, you're going to come back, and I will double this for the same price if you come back tomorrow, all right? You'll be fine.
I'm going to help Michael out, and I'm just kind of going to lean over towards this guy and just kind of give him a look and be, listen, just tell us where you get it from, or I'll make sure that everything you have here disappears.
Like, look, I get it from one of Victor's kids, the smart one. She's kind of cute, too. I mean, if you're... And he looks over at Fricka. You guys would probably think she's pretty cute. All right, look, she hooks me up, and I am not. I don't care what you do. I am not turning against them.
Name.
What do you mean name? She doesn't exactly blend into a crowd. Looks over at Fricka. You guys aren't that bright to begin with, so maybe look. You don't find them, they will find you, and if they're looking for you, I probably don't need to be dealing with you in the first place. I will accept another intimidation roll or an insight if you guys want to try that.
Lean over and put a hand on his shoulder and say, friend.
Okay, does he have to roll against that, or is it just work? It's a cantrip, it just works, doesn't it? Okay, so between all of this, let's start off at the top. Reyna, you recognize that you will probably just slit his throat and leave him in the street. He deals with that on most of his customers. Getting into Victor's hands, he'd rather you just kill him. I'm going to take a combination of the friends and intimidation. Like, look, all right, hey, you don't want to deal with her. You want to deal with me, all right? Yes, there's a markup with me, but at least you're not on their radar. That's why everybody comes to me. All right, that's the deal I made with them the first place. They don't want to deal with other people. If you find them, they're going to kill me. They're going to worse than kill me. They're going to pull me. They're going to pull my parts out. Or they're going to make me make this stuff, and I don't make this stuff.
So, Randy, I think he's telling the truth.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I believe it's
like, look, you want more? You come back tomorrow, okay? How much you want? I'll tell them. I'll get you whatever amount you need, at cost.
where they make this stuff.
I don't. Do I look like I'm in a lab? No, they just. I meet.
You're just.
I get it.
You're just an seller.
Yes.
It's fine. It's fine. He's telling us everything he knows. It's no big deal.
Well, look, you want more? You want to try it out? You want to come talk to me later? Fine.
Now, what I want you to do is I want you to disappear.
You're going to... no, it's Viserius that gets the advantage on that charisma check. Like, look, man, I'm doing my job, okay? If I disappear, they're going to track me down. All right? This is my deal.
Okay. All right, then. But just remember...
What are you trying to do, Reyna?
Oh, I said we'll just leave him alone, and then I'll just kind of keep an eye on him, and I'll just probably like tail him later to see where he pick up.
You take good note of him and where he's at, and the sun's going down, so you're going to have all your advantages real soon.
All right, yeah. Let's wait for this.
Yeah. It's like, wait, look, you guys want anything else? I'll sell you the real stuff. And he's putting back those other vials he was putting out, and he pulls out a couple of what look like healing potions. Like, look, it's the real thing. You want to buy those? I'll sell you those.
What are they?
Well, they're healing potions. What do you think they are? I mean, I ain't giving them to you. I'll sell them to you because I still got to eat, you know.
How much?
25 each.
Think you might want to go a little bit lower on that?
You're going to need to give me a new roll for that one. Damn it. Like, all right, man, 2 for 1.
All right, then. I'll do that.
It's like, I'll just water down some of the other stuff for the next rube. All right, so mark down 2 healing potions. They are just basic healing potions.
Can I make an attempt at pocketing another one while he's distracted talking to Michael?
Give me a sleight of hand. Okay, I'm going to say that you pick up a yellow potion, stick it in your pocket.
Okay.
All right, and What's the weight on a healing potion again?
Don't worry
0.5
about it, man.
pounds.
They're light.
It's 0.5 pounds.
I'm not worried about unless you guys start trying to carry around every battle axe you see. I ain't gonna worry about it.
No, it's just because I've got like a bag of holding on me right now, and it's quite.
Like I said,
quite-
unless you're gonna plan on loading that thing down with gear, don't worry about healing potions.
All right, cool. So yeah, I'm now removing 25 from my gold pieces, and it's all in the new king's head.
Okay, and he pockets it. He's again not really looking at which way the coins are. Actually, he does sort of check and it's like, you guys must be new in town. So, all right, is that it? I mean, that's it, right?
We'll
Everything
trail
is
this guy.
written.
We'll trail this guy afterwards if he goes to Bree Supply.
Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna do my little stealthy thing and track his sorry little ass.
All right, so Raina, you're gonna want to do a stealth and wait on him.
Yes.
All right, I'll say that you can all split up. Anybody that wants to try to do this with Raina, you're all gonna need to make your own individual. But go ahead and give you some stealth rolls. Oh yeah. Crap, guys.
I'm such a failure.
guys.
Okay, there was only one, and she is the silver-haired with pock marks. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and run this as a group because everybody else did really, really well. So
I'm not going to cloak, to be fair.
yeah. So basically, Jesslyn, Fricka is able to blend in. This is how diverse this area is. So I am going to say that the way you do this is that you guys are working as a team and you're splitting up, walking around. Those of you who can do different looks, you walk by as a different person. When Jesslyn walks by, you do see him like staring at you, but I take it you just sort of walk by, but he does see you anytime you walk by. We're working as a team. He notices you at least 3 times walking by. But
Okay.
everyone else. Nope.
Oh, God.
Okay, yes. Thank you, whoever that was.
You're welcome.
You AT've this.
That's a lot.
All right, so he works through, quite a bit of the night. He was just getting started for his evening. He sells a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Once he finally runs out, he starts to collapse down. He's still being pretty cautious, especially after noticing, a few people walking around. But then again, this is also the place where, you'll notice he's strapped with various weapons, especially you'll notice daggers sticking out. Okay, yeah, definitely keep the potions that you paid for, man. So, and Raina, especially your ability to, with your new cloak, this will be even easier for you. But, you'll all trail him as he collapses up and he starts to leave. It's pretty late. Even this district is getting thinner. People are going to wherever late night business it is they want to attend. So you see him, start to make his way around. And this is going to be easier for Raina because she has the Cloak of the Bat. Do you want to tell everybody what that allows you to do, Raina?
Yes. While wearing this cloak, I have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. In an area of dim light or darkness, I can grip the edges of the cloak with both hands and use it to fly at a speed of 40 feet. If I ever fail to grip the cloak's edges while flying in this way, or if I'm no longer in dim light or darkness, I lose this flying speed. Also, while wearing the cloak in an area of dim light or darkness, I can use my action to cast polymorph on myself, transforming into a bat. And while I'm in the form of a bat, I retain my intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores.
All right.
And it can only be used this way until the next dawn.
Are
Cool.
you just using your unnatural stealth, or are you becoming a bat?
I'm going to start with just the unnatural stealth.
Okay, because that was plenty. I mean, you're bouncing from rooftop, just gliding over behind his back. There is a cloudy, overcast night, so you're not leaving a shadow or anything. I do have one question for Fricka. What was your method of stealthing in this crowd? I mean, I assume you sort of blended in.
Yeah, it's essentially just like now that I've snapped out of the girl power mode,
Oh, okay.
I'm now walking more amongst the commoners.
Yeah. Are you still in your dress?
And the dress that they made for me, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because he didn't notice you, but someone did. So you're just sort of walking around, and this very large minotaur walks up to you. He's like, "Hey there, sweet thing. How you doing?"
I'm fine, thank you.
I don't think I've seen you around here before.
That's because you haven't. And you never will. And I just continue walking.
And he's trying to keep up with you. I mean, there's all these frail little things around. It's kind of nice to see someone of my stature.
That's nice.
Oh, I know a couple of nice bars. I mean, they're on the, they're not in here. I was just here to pick up some supplies. Maybe you want to come and get a drink with me?
I have plenty to drink, thank you.
All right. Well, hey, you ever change your mind? I'm over there at the Rusty Hoof blacksmith. You just come find me sometime. All right. All right.
I appreciate it. Ta-ta!
And he's like, and he wanders off. Okay, sorry, I had to do this. Back to Raina doing her Batgirl impersonation.
So
Yeah, you're following him. He's being super careful, but not good enough to evade you in this particular situation. I'm not even going to roll for it because you did pretty well. So, you're able to follow him, and eventually he goes far enough away where there's nobody else, and he just kind of stands there for a few minutes. And he's, it's like super nervous. It's getting colder, and there's more of a chill. And finally, a dark shadow silhouette, comes out from the other side of the alley. It's like, rat. And he jumps. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm just trying to find my other character. Here it is. It's like yes, Azir, ma'am, what can I do for you? And it's another half ogre, and I did pictures of all of them, but because she is here, I'll just show you all of them at once. Let me.
it's enough for us to overhear her name.
I'm going to say that Raina did. I'm going to assume that some of you who rolled particularly well, because Michael had a natural 20 also. So I'm going to say that for those of you, there's enough of you there, this will be common information. Where are my handouts? I had... Oh, sorry, I guess I did not... No, wait a minute. Here they are. Alright, so a new handout just got put up. It's probably still labeled Mysterious Note, but it's going to be it'll be 4 green people. And the one, the good drawing, I got that drawing off Pixabay. I created everybody else. That's who you see. This is the woman, she's a half ogre, that is being addressed as Madame Azir. And she's just towering over him. This is, again, over 7 feet, closer to 8 feet. She's just looking at him. Don't speak my name, worm. How did you do tonight? And he's handing over a couple bags of gold. I did really well. I think I met someone who can really handle this stuff. I think he'll be back. And she's just snatching it up. Fine. She hands him a vial case. It's like, you had better do better tomorrow. We can find other people. Like, yes, ma'am. I promise. This guy, he said that he got burned and he's still there. He was clear-headed. I think we can make a fortune off of this guy. It's like, Father will be making everything off of this guy. You are lucky I don't just kill you now. And he's bowing. He said, yes, ma'am. I meant no offense. I meant no offense. Your smell offends me. Your words offend me. This whole town offends me. And then she just, she spits next to him and turns and walks away. And let's see. Okay, a moment later, he's able to compose himself. Checks the vial, make sure the vial case, make sure that nothing has happened to it, and straightens himself up. Gets his composure and just walks away again. Raina, you being up on the roof, you're going to have the best bet, but anybody who wants to try to follow Azir needs to make stealth rolls again.
I've got one better than that.
Okay, what can you do? You said you had one better?
I'm casting invisibility.
Okay. Who else wanted to roll? Because I haven't seen anything new yet. Oh, sorry. I scrolled down.
Yeah.
I fixed it. Oh, good God, Frik. How?
How does he do that?
Okay.
The ways of the drunken master work their magic sometimes.
Somehow he
Thing is,
is...
I was actually thinking more like I was going to follow this guy and maybe confront him.
I'll cast it both on myself and on Jeslyn as well, just because.
Okay, good. I will allow that. Okay, Zarius, are you following Azir, or which way were you going with that?
Oh yeah, I'm following the.
Okay,
Folker.
so everyone who just rolled Steph, you intend to follow Azir, correct?
Correct.
All right. So this is how I'm picturing it. For one thing, Frik is apparently agile enough that he is bouncing along rooftops. If you were to look up, again, it's overcast, but some of you might see a shadow just gliding from rooftop to rooftop.
Just think of a bugbear in ragdoll physics just sleeping.
Yeah.
That's drunken master.
All right. And, Zarius, you're not spotted either. She doesn't seem like she's paying that much attention. She is heading back through a roundabout way, but she doesn't fear anybody in this town, so she's just plain old walking. Raina, you said you wanted to confront our vendor.
Yes, what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to remove my hat of disguise so that I look like myself now.
Okay.
And I'm going to just kind of, use the cape to kind of follow him for a little ways till he's away from everybody and try to, at some point when I see him going into a place that's maybe a little darker than others, I'm going to just basically swoop down on top of him.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll for following him again because, he would have reoriented himself after that encounter. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, you very easily follow him. He's still keeping his guard up, but it's nothing compared to your powers. So you'll follow him, and he'll start to go into more of the residential area, and he starts to unlock a door. It's got like 3 locks on it. I'm going to say you wait until that third lock, and he starts to open the door. give me whatever sort of wet roll you want to use for dropping on him. Acrobatics or dexterity, or it could be an outright attack, but it would be an unarmed attack. I'll even say because you're coming in from the air, this will be an advantage.
Okay, sounds good. I think I'll probably go with acrobatics.
Okay. All right, yeah. You drop kick into him, and you slam him through his own, like he had just started to open the door. You come in, you kick him, landing perfectly. He tumbles across the floor, and he's in shock. So it's your action.
Well, I immediately draw my weapons, and I'm just gonna tell him, hand over your stuff.
And when he rolled, his first priority was his vial case. He managed to keep it safe. He's lying there on the floor, looks up at you. You've got like a dagger in each hand?
Well, I got a rapier in one and a dagger in the other.
Yeah, it's like, look, I'll sell it to you at cost. All right, just don't do anything.
No, hand me the case.
Look, if I hand you this case, I'm dead. So you might as well kill me. And he's already drawing his own sword. Roll initiative.
Okay.
Nope. He actually did beat you on that one. So let me get a character sheet ready for him. He's like, he's putting this on a shelf with one hand, so he's not attacking just yet. That has to be kept safe for him. Like, look, you don't know who you're messing with, okay? If you take this, I'm as good as dead. And
I can take care of that. It won't matter.
Oh, really? He grabs a vial and downs it right quick.
Fucking hell.
What did I just do with that card? Okay, that's his full action. It's now your turn. He just downed the vial, and he's starting to shake, and foam coming out of his mouth already. This one's hitting him pretty hard.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna make an attack then.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm having trouble with it. My
No, I didn't think I was going to get to use this stuff so much. Yeah, okay, that hits him. You're definitely not going to get the
I
sneak attack, I'm
apologize.
afraid.
I'm sorry that it did it like 8 times. I was trying to push it, nothing was happening because I'm getting some lag.
All right, I'm going to go with the first one. And sorry, more echo. That first one still hits, so that'll be 9 points of damage. And let's see, what is that? 20. Okay, got it. You stab him while and he looks down at the blood forming, and he bares his teeth, and he did have a dagger, but he's actually dropping that, and he is just going to reach out with his hand. What's your AC?
14.
Oh yeah, then he swipes, completely misses with the other hand. He's just uncontrollably swinging and screams, spittle just coming out everywhere.
Okay, well, I'm going to... I forgot to tell you that I was going to do an offhand with the dagger that I have without my proficiency bonus when I do my attacks.
Yeah, okay. You can do it on this round, but you got to remember to remind me of that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I'm going to go at him again with the rapier again.
Okay. Yep, that one will hit. And you're doing a lot of damage. I'm going to have to make tougher guys. What was your offhand?
And my offhand is my dagger.
Yeah. Yeah, that one hit.
So that would just be a 10, I think, because that 13 is including my proficiency bonus.
You're right. Then yeah, that one will miss. But your first one, it cuts into him. He still doesn't really seem like he cares that he's bleeding. If anything, it just ticks him off a little bit more. And he goes at you again. He rolled a natural 20. So
can I use my uncanny dodge?
In this case, this was more of a grapple. So, and because it was a natural 20, I'm going to say that he does grapple you. Because he's grabbing you by the neck and he is squeezing. Give me a Constitution roll. Oh. Raina, the lights are dimming fast around you. You're not out yet, but this guy who was smaller than you, he's got a grip like iron, and you are fading fast, I'm afraid.
Do I get to... Well, I guess because he grabbed me, I was going to say, can I use my Hellish Rebuke? Because it's an action, like a reaction when somebody attacks me?
Yeah, you can.
That would be for an attack. You know, I'm going to say he hasn't caused damage yet, but...
Oh, okay, that's right. It's a grapple. Never mind.
But because you are fading, just say, we are actually going to do some damage. Yeah, you can take 5 points of damage, and then you can use your Hellish Rebuke on him.
I forgot it was just purely for attacks, the damage.
But, like I said, I'm freestyling a lot of this. All right, he needs to make a DC save. He makes the save, so the flames burn up around him. You know, so this little man holding you up by the neck, squeezing, suddenly erupts into flames, and you pretty sure you just heard him chuckle.
Shit.
You do have your action, but I'm going to say your attacks are at disadvantage because of the whole, Constitution failed.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I will try to stab him with my rapier again to get him to drop me.
Is there any chance that anybody's close enough that we could have overheard?
You all followed the ogre.
No, I was dumb and went off on my own.
And I really don't want to kill you. Sorry, that failed. I need another Constitution
I know.
save. Damn it, girl.
I just can't roll when it matters.
Shit. I didn't want to do it this soon.
Doesn't she still have a bonus action, though?
Well, because of the fact that at this point she's, seeing is black and red. Her world is fading really fast. I'm going to give you one last... you have one more action. How do you want to do this? What do you want to do exactly? Because you stabbed him last time and set him on fire. Well, you tried to stab him.
Oh.
I mean, you can try to break the grip. That would be acrobatics for you.
Oh, okay. I thought it would be a strength check, but that's okay. I'll try acrobatics.
No, you can use acrobatics to get out of a grapple.
Okay.
Is strength to keep you.
Shit!
So he squeezes harder. You take another 3 points of damage. Raina, do you have anything that can get you out of this alive? Please tell me you got something.
Use my cloak to try and make myself a bat?
Yeah. You can try that.
I don't know if I have to do anything special for it.
It's just it depends on the lighting condition if you can.
Yeah, he didn't have time to turn his lamps on. It was dark in here.
Yeah, so she can do it.
Yeah, you can turn into a bat.
Okay, I'll turn myself into a bat.
Okay, let me give him a roll to see. Oh, this completely throws him, and you turn into a bat, and you get away before he crushes his fist. He looks around, sees you fluttering, and starts smashing his fist into everything. Walls, his furniture. You are free.
I am flying and getting the hell out of there.
Okay. You can still hear him scream. And you hear things smashing. At one point, you're pretty sure he just broke through a wall.
But did he destroy all of his vials? That's what I want to know.
Let me see, because you don't know, honestly. There was a lot of things being thrown around, and once you hear the big wood crashing like a wall being broken through, the scream starts to where are you right now? Did you go as far as you could?
No, I mean, I went out and just kind of, got myself up where I'd obviously be out of his range of his grasp.
So what you see is him jump through a wall, Kool-Aid Man style.
Okay.
Only he ain't saying, oh yeah, he's screaming at the top of his lungs, and he just runs down the street. Like I said, you got choked out pretty bad, but you didn't take a lot of damage. So once he's out of sight, I'll let you come back in and look around.
Okay, that works. I'll fly back in. I'm not going to turn back into my regular form, though.
Okay. So you go in. Make me a perception check. There's nothing that's really going to be advantage here, but you don't lose anything. This place is a shambles, but because you're in bat form, you can't sift through the rubble, though. But you do see...
Can I see the case?
You see the case. It's knocked over. You do see some liquid out, but you'll need to really inspect the case to see what's left of it.
Okay, I'll drop my bat form.
Okay. Let me see how many of the vials are still left. Oh, yeah, there was like 12 vials in here. There are 8 of them that are unshattered. This was a pretty good case. So at this point, you guys got quite a bit of the stuff.
Yeah, I'll put that stuff in my pockets or whatever, and leave the case there.
Okay. And you hear off in the distance, you can hear people running in terror. You still hear the screams even in the distance. This was a bad situation.
I'm just gonna let the guards deal with him.
Guards ain't coming to this part of town, but don't blame you.
Yeah, no, that was bad. So I will grab my cloak and float back up and just kind of go back the direction I was and see if I can maybe spot my group. I mean, I know it's probably a long shot, but I can at least try.
You don't see them right away, but the group does follow, in which I'm having trouble with her name, Azir. You guys follow Azir. What is your goal in following her?
She's at a corner that that nobody else is gonna really see her at. Mm-hmm. Michael's gonna unleash something really big on her.
Okay. First off, Jesse, do you have to bail anytime soon?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, good, because I did not want to leave this as a cliffhanger. Okay, yeah, she isn't trying to avoid anything, but she knows her route, and she knows the deserted way. So you may unleash whatever when you like to. All right.
Yeah, as soon as she's at that deserted sort of corner, there is a loud crack of thunder from right next to her.
Damn it, she rolled badly. Let me double check her con, because... All right, yeah, that was... She takes that at full blast. So, what is that, 17 damage?
33. I cast it at level 4.
Oh, crap. 33. All right, what was...
And there's now that entire sound just sends out across for
Yeah.
300 feet.
Yeah, that was loud. There shattered windows. She takes this full force, tumbles to the ground, and jumps up, looking for you. And because you cast that, you and Jeslyn are now visible.
No, I'm visible. Jeslyn is still
you
invisible.
cast a spell. You cast something that broke.
Broke concentration. Yeah.
No, that doesn't break concentration. Only you are visible. You're correct. She looks at you. You dare! And she attacks.
Yeah, and I'm in mithril with a shield and a rapier out, so I'm pretty much ready for her.
I'm gonna assume that loud crack. I'm gonna assume that I hear that loud thunder boom and go, oh, there they are.
All right. What is your armor class?
19.
Okay. Yeah, she takes a couple of swings at you. She had a great sword that she wields one-handed, but you're able to dodge out of her way. Everybody roll initiative that wants to get involved.
Oh, heck yeah.
Have I found my way back there?
You have a direction to go in, but you're going to miss at least 2 rounds of combat. All right, let me get everybody written down here. Wow, this.
Well, that's appropriate.
Okay, Jeslyn first, Vizarius. Guys, I mean, I didn't want her to die so soon either, but you guys clocked her. Let's see.
That had to be the best way to come out of invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay, Frik and then Michael. Okay, Jess, you get first run. What do you want to do?
I'm going to cast Spirit Guardian.
Okay. Just remind me how that one works.
Oh, it didn't post this up. Hold on. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to get it to post the information.
No, it's like first, like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to kill Reyna. Oh my god, now you're gonna kill my favorite of the children.
You could have just let me die.
You had that ability.
Okay, so it's DC 15 Wisdom save, and it's 19 radiant damage.
Okay, Wisdom save. Oh, that one missed, so let me reroll.
And it lasts for 10 minutes, and it's pretty much an aura around me of 15 feet. I'm assuming she's close enough that she can hit him.
Yeah, she makes her save, so she's only going to take half of that. And Reyna, I was going to say that if I probably should have had you do one more roll, but choking you out seemed like a bad way to go. Okay, yeah, that one hit. Next up was Vizarius.
That's not it. That's just
How far away is she from me?
I don't really have a battle map. I'm sorry, Jeslyn?
I don't think I was done. Hold on. I'll double check.
Okay, did you have a bonus action?
I don't know. Just give me a second to look, please.
Let's just try and knock her out.
Okay, I'm good. Go ahead.
Is she within 60 feet of Vizarius?
Yes, you are. I'm going to say you're about 20 feet away because you're in town, dodging between buildings.
He's going to go into some hand motions.
Okay.
And then he's going to end with like he's grabbing something, and he.
Sorry, you cut out. All right, hold person was. I'm looking for what I roll against that. What level are you casting this at?
Casting at second level.
Okay, it only holds one.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, thank you.
DC is 14.
Oh man, and she rolled low. All right, she is held. Crap. killing you next time. She's restrained. Let's see. It would have been her turn, but she can't move, so she's just
On her
struggling.
turn, if she starts the turn in my Spirit Guardian's Aura, she has to make a save again or take damage.
Okay. Thank you. All right. You said it was a 14 DC?
14.
For me, it's DC 15.
Well, for him it's 14, but okay. She's can't even scream. You just see murderous rage in her eyes. She's got this sword held above her hand, but she can't move. You see her shaking, but she doesn't quite move. Frik, it is your turn.
Right. I just bring out the claws, and I go and like basically charging up with first open palm, but then it's an upwards slice if I hit.
Okay, roll it.
17.
Yeah, that cuts into her roll damage.
I'm telling you, don't
Deslin,
kill her.
it was
Just
her
knock her
turn,
out.
but she can't move.
I know, but on her turn, she's supposed to do a save again.
Yeah, she failed that save.
Okay, so she took damage again?
Yes, she's taking more damage.
Okay.
All right, so we're looking at 6 slashing damage.
Okay, you cut across her, and I'm going to say, especially because you're of similar height to her, you just, this comes up like neck and face. You've just given her some more beauty marks.
All right, I'm going to use my second attack again with the other claw.
Okay, roll it.
Do not kill her. We could use some information.
Well, you probably should have told him that before he brought the claws out, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, speech is a free action, but he just, I don't know, Frik, you were bringing out claws. That sounds like kill to me.
Yeah, claws are out.
Okay. Roll it.
And 7 slashing damage.
Okay. Yeah, you put out another set of, all opposite. You got her crisscrossed with scratches. But again, she can't really move or scream right now. Raina, I will tell you about that when you have a chance to inspect it.
All right, so for them, I don't use any key right now, just awaiting.
Okay.
So,
Well,
so stay where I am,
she
and
can't
I
move,
wait.
but she's still standing. Don't worry about Raina. I mean, just, remind me when we have downtime. Okay, I can't. I'll tell you about the potion when you have time to look at it. All right.
Anyway,
Michael,
end of turn
it
for
is
me.
now your turn.
Michael moves to stab her in such a way that it's not going to be completely lethal, so it will just like knock her out.
All right. Basically,
it
you're
does-
going for like not with the blade, but with like the pummel.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll an attack. Wow, guys, I don't know what to think about some of this stuff, but you definitely clock her, and don't even bother rolling damage because I'm going to tell you, between everything else, you just like run up, and I imagine. You know what? No, you tell me how you do it. This is right.
Yeah,
You describe it.
Michael just runs right up and smacks the pommel right into her face.
Oh.
Just right there, right on the
Yeah.
right
You
on
hear
the
that
forehead.
nose crack, and she falls back, clearly unconscious.
So we tie her up and we take her away now.
Okay. Guys, I don't want to leave on this much of does anybody have, like, say, 20, 30 more minutes for us to have this wrap up?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
but after that I really need to...
Yeah, I think it's getting late for some of us. All right.
I kind of need to go soon.
Where do you take her?
Somewhere really empty and nobody's going to ask any questions while we question her.
Okay.
Abandoned buildings.
Raina, after this amount of time, you were able to fly up. I'm going to say you saw Michael just come up. I'm like, not quite. I want to picture it this way. Like, Frik drops down to a knee, and Michael jumps off of him and slams her in the face. That's about what
With a
you
falcon
saw.
punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of have to, being so you're like way shorter than she is.
Yeah. So that's
Yep.
that's when you appear, and you're there with the tie up. Somebody give me a perception roll to look for an abandoned building. Unless, of course, you can think of an abandoned building you want to try.
Never mind.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Yeah. You very easily find a nearby abandoned building. There's plenty of them. Jesslyn, you are horrified at everything you have seen tonight. There's loud noises. There's this giant green woman that you restrained her while your friends beat the crap out of her. But you very easily find a building that, like I said, there's plenty of them. You find one you like. You have her. In fact, I'm going to need a dexterity for tying her up. Just make sure that whoever has the best.
I'm gonna. Can I?
Okay, yeah. You lash her to a pole, like a beam inside, but she's still unconscious.
Hi, guys.
What happened to you?
Look,
Yeah, you got bruises around your neck.
Raina,
I was just having a little fun.
Come here.
who did that?
Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll be good tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Now that we're all back together, I smack the ogress's face to wake her up.
Okay. It didn't work. She's still out.
Frik, you smack her.
Without the claws, mind you.
If I must.
Tie her up. All right.
So do I have to make any rolls for this?
I'm basically making the roll for her. Frik, when you smack her, her eyes flutter a little bit, so you know she's not dead. But she hasn't really come out of it yet. I mean, you guys beat the living hell out of her.
I use healing word and give her back 6 health.
Okay, that brings her to. Her eyes are slow. She starts to realize that she's tied up, and she starts straining against those ropes, but she's still too out of it, and she can't even snap these ropes. She's looking down. My brothers will eat your eyes. My father will boil you in lead. Let me go.
Michael removes his disguise very slowly. Yeah, and we're already dead, so nobody's going to be looking for us anytime soon. But why don't you just tell us what you know?
Your disguise doesn't really seem to faze her. She looks a little confused. I know that you will die screaming, you puny little human.
No, he's removed the disguise fully now.
Yeah, he doesn't.
No.
She doesn't. It doesn't mean anything to her. This is the first time you've ever seen
wasn't
her.
there when we were in jail.
Oh.
She just sees like this puny little half elf become a puny little human. She's a little confused by why this would matter, and the only thing she knows is you are going to die horribly at the hands of her family.
Not if they don't know who did this to you.
Actually, I think they'd be more afraid about the fact that somebody did kill her.
I think you're right.
Okay. And also, sorry, when I was just informed that my family's heading out, so I need to bounce for now.
Okay, I will. I'll give you a wrap up later.
All right, thank you so much,
cool.
guys.
Yep.
Got you guys.
Bye, Frik.
Okay.
Bye.
Frik,
Thanks.
Cheers. Later, man.
Bye.
You.
Okay. Yeah. So again, her last statement was just, "You will die screaming."
Well, is she going to give us any info, or are we just going to carve
You
her into
haven't
pieces?
asked her too many questions, honestly. I mean, she's pretty obstinate, and all you're doing is staring at her while she struggles.
So, why is Victor creating the rage?
And she just looks at you. And Michael, make a dexterity saving throw. She spits on you. It's pretty gross, too. Because she still has blood in her mouth.
I wipe it off of my face and wipe it onto hers.
She'll kind of
We
struggle,
all
but she
just-
can't get away.
Friends.
Okay. All right, you get advantage on a charisma checks for the next minute.
Why is your father making this?
I'm going to need a persuasion roll. She's slightly calmer. She's not struggling as much now, but... Was that with advantage?
No.
Okay.
Do I make it with advantage? Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. I
yeah.
do.
Yeah, but that says that it works on a creature that is not hostile
Oh,
towards
that's
you.
right. She's totally hostile to you. And with those rolls, she spits in your face. Make a dexterity saving throw. Okay, Jess. We'll wrap everything up, and I'll send an email kind of saying, what's happening. I think these three can handle this.
Okay, thanks.
All right, Viserius, you duck, and it hits Michael.
I'm just standing off to the side, shaking my head, and laughing at you, telling like, you fools.
Oh, guys.
Michael then at that point uses Charm Person. So she needs to make a DC 14 Wisdom check.
Okay. She rolled a 17 on the die. She is just staring at you with murderous rage. If you cut me loose now, maybe the next time I see you, I will only snap your necks before I eat you.
I'm going to take out my dagger and walk up to her and just kind of make a cut on her arm. This is not going to go your way, trust me.
And she's actually just chuckling. You think you can interrogate better than father?
I just ram my rapier through her eye.
Was that your roll to do that? Because that was a 7.
It's at advantage because she's held down.
Good point.
I-
What was the damage on that? Okay, she's not dead. I am going to say, however, that she now only has one eye and she is screaming. And I won't try to imitate that.
I do hope nobody can hear this going on in here.
What else do you think? What other noise have you heard tonight? And how many people have been running up to confront you about it?
That's true.
So, she's pretty incoherent with pain at the moment, honestly. Let me give her a con save. Okay, she did roll a 20 on that con save, so she takes a minute. One eye now. Green blood is coming out of her eye socket. Father does as he pleases. You worms should be grateful he doesn't just destroy this whole town.
Yeah, I'm going to
You want
intimidate
to
her.
be wearing your tongue as a necklace.
Oh, give me an intimidation check, Raina. Crap. That was a natural. What is your question for her, Raina?
I asked her, I said, do you want to wear your tongue as a necklace?
If you cut out my tongue, you can't learn anything. But she's a little bit more reserved now that you've put out an eye and you're using her own father's tactics. She's a little bit more receptive.
That's what I thought.
So she's not trying to actively break those ropes just yet.
Michael goes in on his side of the intimidation now. So, who is Victor trying to keep down with this rage?
Everyone. You worms are not worthy of his respect or attention beyond what value you have.
I hold the edge of the rapier just at the side of her good eye.
Mhm.
I would be a little bit more respectful if I were you.
You can give me an insight roll if you want to gauge her what she's saying to you, but she's not spitting at you. She's not threatening you anymore. She is giving you a perfectly honest response from her perspective of things. Her father is far above you, and outside of the money she's collected, there may be more to it, but she's giving you her answers as she has them.
Walk up to her. Cyrus will walk up to her and ask her, "Is your father controlling the king?"
He doesn't need to control the old fool. He has everything he wants, everything he needs.
So that's why he's selling this poison? Because he doesn't need any money? What's he doing with it?
Experimenting on you fools. If he can make more of... If he can have his soldiers, people who feel no pain, who don't care, who will do his bidding.
He's trying to create super soldiers.
Not soldiers, minions, unleashing a plague of rats to clear out a nest. Releasing rabid rats for rats. She thinks that's hilarious.
What's he doing to the other sectors in order to keep them in line?
They follow their orders. He has test subjects at all he needs. This is just a new test.
What are the other tests?
Whatever he wants to learn. How much suffering a person can take. What value there is in their bones. I don't know his ways. I do as I'm told.
Know anything about these half ogres that have been slain?
It wasn't
parts
half
taken.
ogres, it was ogres. She's looking at you through the one good eye. Where do you think ogre's rage comes from? We have to harvest it from the source. My brothers and my sister and I, we go out and we get to beat them down and we cut them off. And Father makes his potions and he runs his test and he lets this out into the world because it is fun.
Are you the strongest out of all your brothers and sister?
Let me...
I believe she's the smart one.
I'm the one you managed to catch. You will not get them. When I don't come back, they will tear this town apart.
I've heard enough.
Yeah.
I say now. I'll take my dagger. I'll slit her throat.
And I'll
Okay.
stab her in the other eye.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say you slit her throat. She starts coughing, but there's still a chuckling element to it. Damn it! You just killed Azir. She's dead. I was.
Yeah, and we're gonna dismember her and dump her in the harbor so
Really?
they can't.
Okay.
Really?
When you guys got rapiers and daggers, you're gonna need something better to cut up a giant body like this.
We've also got her sword.
Hey, let's
Oh.
just burn her body.
Yeah, you have a great sword.
A fire will draw attention. We'll have Frik use the great sword to hack her to pieces.
Okay. It doesn't even necessarily have to be Frik. Yeah, you cut her up, and I'm going to say that if you want to haul the pieces around to the dock, that would be a little ways off, but it's late, and you guys were really good at stealth. You dump her pieces into the harbor.
Can we leave her head on one of the harbor tie-ups?
Have everything on her before we cut her up.
There was some money on her. Let me see how much that was.
Geez there, Mr. High Elf. Worried about looting the dead body.
Well, I know it had to be. Sorry, that one rolled a 1, and there's no way I can justify it. It keeps coming up 1, and I just said that he
Well,
handed
I would
a whole
assume she would have all the money on her that the little...
Yeah, and I was trying to decide how much that was. So, all right, you find one just big bag of money. We're gonna say it had 25 gold in it. So you take the gold, you have her great sword, you dump her body into the harbor, and you leave her head sitting up on a post.
That's a good
Kind
way
of
to
like our handiwork.
start a rebellion.
Damn right. Crap, guys. Where do you go from here? Literally and
Back to the monks?
figuratively.
We go home.
So you go back to the keep?
Yep.
To the monastery, I mean? Okay. Yeah,
5 gold to everybody.
I'm sorry, how much?
5.
25, so
Yeah.
just gold amongst us all.
Oh. And I thought I rolled these people up horrendously. Michael, you starting off with that powerful of a blast knocked out a lot more of her health than I thought it would. So
Yeah. That's the thing. When you're going to start big, you need to start big.
yeah. So
Yeah, wow, yeah.
yeah.
I wasn't expecting it either.
So, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. So let's just establish that in this one day, you have found out about Ogre's Rage, where it comes from, and who's making it. And you have murdered the child of Victor.
I'd say there's definitely a target on our backs now.
Well, as you put it, no one saw you do it.
That's right. And as far as they know, we're dead.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to have to sit down and write up what happens next time. I don't know when exactly we'll be able to get together and do this again. We'll see how everybody's schedule is wrapping up. Yeah, this was amazing.
Saria still looks like an orc too, right?
Yes, he is made up to look like a very scrawny half-orc wizard. I mean, no one saw you. No one is going to recognize you. None of you are completely free and clear from all ramifications as far as people coming for you directly. So, all right. This, as much as I hate to, because this is so cool, we do need to end this tonight. Everyone, please go around and introduce yourselves one more time.
I'm Reverend, and I was playing Michael Bradmore, and I apparently have the ability to really, really mess up somebody's night.
Putting it mildly.
I'm Carrie, and I play Rihanna, the tiefling rogue who can either charm you or end you.
I am Pete, the high elf pyromaniac wizard.
Oh, I am Andy. I run this. I run warpfilms.com. We're also on YouTube. This is going to be up on YouTube soon. I can't wait to see where you guys go from here because, good God, I thought this was going to... I didn't know it was going to go this off the walls this fast. I got no words for what you guys have accomplished here tonight. I honestly, I had planned on you seeing all of them at once, and then it came to a situation where you caught one off guard and slaughtered her. So
How did they fall?
I am very impressed. She never even got to hit you guys. So, everyone, thank you so much.
The funny thing is, it took us over an hour to make a decision on what we were going to do, though. That was the thing.
Yes, you take forever to decide something, and then when you get active, damn. All right, I'm going to end the stream right here, guys. We'll do our wrap up, and I'll send out messages.